who's the real mask. Especially me. I'm actually mask. I'm sorry to tell you this, Mikey.
Which master do I shoot? I just don't know.
I think a scene that in Detroit Become Human. You know, they're like AI. I know you haven't played it.
Yeah,
but
I
haven't
like played the games. Although I think I remember watching. Yeah, I think I remember from RT Games' playthrough of it. There was a bit where Mr. Krabs was in a factory full of Connors and he had to find the right one.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, that's who that character is voiced by. Mr. Krabs' voice actor.
Yeah. Okay. We're good. We're sound.
Alright, all sounds all good?
Yeah.
Let's get back to Poitat. Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. Part 4-1. October 14th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick!
Hang on. One sec. Running the stream ping. It's too small, I can't see it.
Did you say it's too small you can't see?
Yeah, because, well, no, I can see it. It's just, on my phone, it's just really small.
Right, because mobile is a terrible platform. And I will die on this hill.
Yeah. Was it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door.
Well, that's quite a stream ping you wrote. Shoot your goo, but at which one? I'm starting to think I might be a bad influence on you.
I mean, I was just thinking about something that, like, correlated with what we were talking about last time. And, like, the, like, little description you put for the stuff.
Don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atmey's trial today.
Detective Atmey?
They say they're gonna try Miss Master Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Master Mask's trial. I know.
By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. I know you don't like me.
Pearls has really gone into her training. Huh? Lately? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please, don't ignore me! Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning. No one likes me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Oh, wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer?
No, I'm Mr. Poor Thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can. That's what compels them to start thieving.
Yeah. That's funny. Now, let's see. According to Mr. Delay. Oh, recap time? From his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans.
Yeah, recap time for players who forget things, like you.
What do you mean? I forget nothing. I don't remember an history case where I forgot something at all. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heist.
really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time, like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
You're afraid? What are you afraid of? Clocks? 10 a.m.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak.
What the fuck is he even on about?
I can't even anymore.
Okay, settle down, children. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Ugh! He's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again. How?
Mr. Godot,
No.
let me out of the palm of your hand. I'm too tiny for this. Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
What is Godot even fucking talking about?
I'm pretty sure you can sign up for the military at like 18, so yeah, but he's old enough to go. He probably
Godot,
shouldn't, but he's old enough. Age is not the reason we shouldn't send him to war.
There's a lot going on.
I'm afraid I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, Mr. Godot. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
No.
Sure. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow. The judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best.
It's a lot of coffee.
He shits himself to death between trials.
Like, literally.
Mr. Godot, your witness. Okay, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections?
I object to Godot's existence, but not to this particular action.
It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
I remember when Mia was defending me.
Mamma mia, here I go again.
She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then.
A lot of trust I didn't deserve. I was kind of a fuck. I ate the evidence.
I was about to say that. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
Can't wait to see what Ron's going to eat.
Ha! You've got guts, trite. Alright then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand. You did it, didn't you?
Yes. No. That's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Either that or put some evidence in his mouth and eat it.
Ha! Very well. Now, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
My visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The green mail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up.
Oh my god. My boy. Too much coffee.
Ah. Ha! It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
Oh my god.
We need like a metaphor. We need like a metaphor counter for Godot.
Literally.
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Time to press him for everything he's worth.
My visit to KB Security. An essay by Ron Delight.
1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that?
Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was off for a bit.
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
Go. What are you gonna...
I'm surprised you, of all people, would say that, Mr. Godot. I would expect you to be like,
It's never too late or too early for coffee.
the green mail letter I got, it ordered me to go there.
It ordered you there.
It was the first time I've gotten a green mail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other green mail letters then?
Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this, or turn that.
Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Light? Please don't say any more.
Please.
Now, what should I do? Now, what should I do? What should I do? I don't know if that's supposed to be. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be.
No, that's right. This is what it's like in Phoenix's head.
Yeah, take a screenshot. That is funny.
You're the boss.
Now, what should I do? Press harder. So what did the green mail letter in question say?
It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? The perfect motive for committing murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway. I was just going to kill the guy. I mean, not kill the guy.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
The muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
The blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything.
Just what were you being green-mailed about anyway?
The green mail letter said, if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as my Desi believes in me, I love my wife.
So that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was mask to mask.
Shouldn't that be Mrs.?
Yeah, it should be, but it's Miss.
That's why I knew they were just hollow threats.
You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right?
Yes, that's right.
The security chief? You? And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Life after being fired, why he was fired. Don't say anything. See, I'm curious why he was fired, but I doubt we're gonna find out now. So, life after being fired? That's a little bit of a change.
I'm sure we can go back and do the other one.
What did you do after being fired from KB Security?
I went out and got a bagel. I ate the bagel. Went home. Cried. I spent a lot of time looking for work and eating bagels. Then I decided I wanted to start something myself.
Not good. This is going from bad to worse.
So I started looking at books, TV, and movies, learning all I could about masked men.
No. That's not even interesting.
Masked men.
So you want to try drawing a comic, right? About masked men. You play Persona 5, yeah.
No, that's not right. That's not right. I want to continue.
Your Honor, let's move along, shall we?
But you asked the question. You're being quite odd today, Mr. Wright.
Made to bring the spinning buzzsaw one notch closer to your own neck, Ace Attorney.
Wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Well, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Stay on target.
We'd better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
I'm glad my beans are all secure here in this bag I'm holding. I'll never spill them. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll just ask him, the other one now.
I knew where his office was. Why he was fired.
Mr. Light, please tell us why you were fired from your job.
I was fucking Kane Bullet's wife. I mean, well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked for that.
Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Well, I needed money, so I started fucking Mr. Bullet's wife, and she started paying me for it.
You needed money. You fucked Mr. Bullard's wife.
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company.
Come again?
That's what Mr. Bullet's wife said. KB Security has a lot of info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security teacher...
You stole some data. And sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out, and also that I was fucking his wife, and I was fired immediately.
What? I wish I had never asked that.
I was somehow able to keep it secret, and made it seem like I had quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company and fucked your boss's wife, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. Gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster.
The crutches of disaster are what you stand on after a disaster.
Yeah.
He fired me for selling company secrets and fucking his wife, but Desi doesn't know about either of those things.
Why would you do something like that?
Well, for Dessie's hobby. What else?
Wasting money, huh?
It's not a waste! So, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples.
So, Nick, I just happened to notice I don't see a ring on my finger.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright and Miss Fay.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Okay.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We'd better be careful.
Yep. There we go, sir. Okay, so we need to present some evidence. Let's look at the evidence.
After we save our game.
Don't need that, obviously.
So, what statement does stand out to you?
Next one. Next one. What did the blackmail letter actually say again?
If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead.
Okay. Does that seem like it would cause him trouble?
Are you sure it wouldn't?
I want to say it would. So. I don't know if we Are the other statements? Okay, we know that's true. I guess. Yeah, no, I feel like it's definitely that gray mail statement.
This one or
I don't
this
know.
one?
That one. I don't know if we present the actual gray mail though.
I think it would be profile. Wanna try?
Yeah. Mr. Light, what you said just now doesn't match with what you told me yesterday.
Huh? What doesn't?
I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secrets.
Go.
A certain person.
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
Wow! But listen to me. My Jessie, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins.
Godot.
Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh,
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Jessie like that, or you'll be sorry!
well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly wiped in just 20 minutes. Whipped? What? No, wiped.
No, count the P's.
Whipped, wiped. Whippy whoop.
Also, Phoenix, how could you not know how could you not know this? You've met Franziska after all.
True.
Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on.
Ugh.
Phoenix wears Ugg boots.
Oh my god. Cute.
What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears.
At the CEO's office. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to...
Wearing what?
Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead. Well, my Ugg boots, obviously. They saved my life.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask to Mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
Or did he?
Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot.
We might see Coffee Phoenix spread again.
I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it.
Pretty sure.
Okay, there is one statement I want to press him on. I want to press him on what he was wearing. Because he said if I wasn't wearing that...
Okay, all in due time.
Okay, we're pressing everything, cool. Who was the suspicious shadow?
If I knew who it was, I wouldn't have called it a suspicious shadow, now would I, Mr. Wright? If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me. His dodging of all our questions is not helping us with his case.
Okay. Then how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at the time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place.
And then he killed himself, and stuffed himself in the safe. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
What do you mean? What do I think? Forget it. You dumb fuck.
Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead.
Your forehead?
Yes, that's where I was hit. As soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to do a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him.
Either that or give him amnesia. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed.
Now, where are you at? That? Could you please clarify what you're referring to?
Why, my Mask to Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Mask to Mask?
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask to Mask. And then I dancingly descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Yeah, did you know about this? You never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that, and I know everything. I'm Godot. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Ha! My sixth cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Master Mask costume.
Clarify. Why were you dressed up as Master Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask's trial is being held next door, and only one person can be Master Mask.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway,
No
at that
one else
time,
wore the suit.
I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer. What is he talking about?
Let's wait and
Press.
see.
Press harder. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course. To stuff the body in. My cape got caught in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe.
Oh my god, the hole is
Yes.
just sinking deeper and deeper. Wrong way.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer is simple.
Go, what the fuck are you talking about?
When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Do you mean that Mr. Light hid the body because he's the murderer?
Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look.
The metaphor this time was really obscure. Obscure is not the word I would use, Maya.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean you actually speak Godotese? But you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
And here's Coffee Phoenix.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair weather judge.
I packaged and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Gee, a time issue. I wonder if that's going to come up.
Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer.
Oh my god. That's not exactly why I met.
When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. It's... Wow, losing a corpse is very impressive. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it.
Ha! I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
Gee, 10 minutes. How highly specific. I wonder if that's relevant to anything.
That certainly makes more sense.
Nah. Hold on. 10 minutes. Burger King foot lettuce.
What is it, Nick?
I just had thoughts. I know. That's why you smell smoke.
About Burger King foot lettuce?
Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? No.
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? I haven't been paying attention. Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
Okay, what evidence?
Obviously, the attorney's badge.
Oh, no, obviously it's the Magatama proving that Maya and I are BFFs.
Yeah. The doing. No. Oh yeah, obviously I am. Am
No,
I?
we don't have the Will I Am urn anymore. It is now the Will Am I base.
That's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah, rest in peace, Will I Am. Kane Bullard's Persona 5 fanfiction.
Cute.
Ron's testimony.
Now.
The Buzzer record.
Yes.
Or the Buzzer itself. Probably the record.
I say it's more than likely the record.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
There's not much in this testimony either.
I bet you he's still hiding something, like that debt.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated. When I entered the office, 10 minutes, Mr. Wright.
But the buzzer. Woohoo. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be? I thought records were made of vinyl.
Not that type of record, Your Honor. This record was the emergency buzzer record that connects to the CEO's office for security.
You want to try reading that line again?
Why?
So you can get it right this time?
No, but I was just abbling it because I edited what's said.
I'm listening, and you're not saying things that make sense.
What do you mean? If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. Unless they're the butts.
So you find Godot more attractive when he's like this, with his mouth closed, right?
Absolutely. Listen, keep his mouth closed, it's perfectly fine.
I see. So what you're saying is, to you, the ideal Godot is one who's been ball gagged.
No comment. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
That's what I'm gonna put in the YouTube description. Breaking news: Starburst wants to tie Godot up.
What? Starburst is into bondage?
If Mr. Ron Delight truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as the buzzer sounded.
And I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran all night and day. I couldn't get away.
After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. Never mind the fact that he was security chief of the company until a year ago. I'm a fucking idiot.
Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as the chief of security.
You fucking idiot.
There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
You fucking idiot.
Objection!
But, as it turns out, the guard never came. Now who's the fucking idiot?
Me.
Hi, Jolly. That was nothing more than a coincidence, you dumb fuck. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser, aka Larry Butt, who had just gotten punched in the face by his new boyfriend,
Oh shit.
and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity, was not something Mr. Light could have known.
Ha! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that.
Maya and I can testify to this fact. Maya set it off.
If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that? Fine. Let's hear
Typically
your
subscribe.
theory.
So Jolly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot do you think Godot here is?
2.
Okay.
I keep muting and unmuting myself, by the way, because I don't want background noise for you guys.
Yeah, I can hear your
Yeah,
bird.
we know you're.
Yeah,
sitting in
that's
a pigeon,
why-
you're sitting in a pigeon cage right now.
I am sitting in a pigeon cage. That is my life.
But yeah,
24/7.
Yeah, Starburst was actually attracted to him until he started spouting his coffee metaphors and conservative values. So now she's decided that the way she wants him is tied up and gagged.
I mean, I won't judge what you're into.
Recall the defendant's testimony.
Testicles.
The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Light said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
And suffered some form of brain damage.
Unconscious? So he fainted?
Yeah, that's what it means.
That's why Mr. Light didn't know that the buzzer had sounded.
Got the dreads from Slack. He is very dumb.
And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Light was knocked down. The buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious.
I mean, it's plausible. He could have fallen onto the buzzer while passing out.
I mean, yeah.
It can only mean that there was another person in that room.
Was it...
That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delay and then pressed the buzzer.
And his name is John Cena! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection!
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
True.
Is it true?
That's a good question.
It doesn't specify.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
He proved that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? Damn,
I guess.
I suppose. I assume so. Oh, fingerprints. Right, no fingerprints.
Yeah, I think we can prove it. Oh, I can prove it all.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor.
You smell.
You have a small
This
PP.
piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer.
Take that.
I believe this is a piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not.
I see. Guilty.
What?
Hey, come on. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. Godot, you have no business throwing any stones in that glass house of yours.
You're a fucking bitch who drinks coffee. I don't know.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is in itself the clue.
No, I'm the one who's clueless.
Yeah.
Not for the
I
first
mean,
time, Your Honor. Not for the first time.
There's no fingerprints on it there, Jolly. That's why. The button
Oh,
has no
yeah.
fingerprints on it.
Usual.
And Mr. Bowler have really pressed it himself.
So I see not
True.
reading just runs in your family.
You're a part of my family too, Mikey.
Blasted.
I'm the exception.
Naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Rhonda Light obviously wiped them off.
That's stupid.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
Yeah, it would be
He
stupid.
touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask the Mask. And Mask the Mask always wears gloves.
Shot.
What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order! 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 Ha! It would seem.
Did you just slide the fucking coffee?
Yeah,
I've
he
been
does that.
forced to eat crow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just-
he's got the court bailiff sliding him fresh cups. I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. Jolly, would you drink crow flavored coffee?
No, I don't want to know what that would taste like.
Okay,
At all.
would you eat fried crow?
No. Stating how I don't eat turkey or chicken, I definitely wouldn't eat a corvid. That would be weird.
Would it be weird?
Yeah.
Now I want to know if there are people who eat crows.
Now I want to know too. The
Crow
judge has
meat.
taken a nap.
Crow meat taste. What does crow meat taste like? Crow
I
meat
don't
is
want-
dark meat and tastes similar to turkey or chicken. What is
Ew.
this? There is no fat on the bird because it is not an animal with much body fat in general, so be careful. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean that's corvids never do have fat.
Yes. So moral of the story: corvid tastes like poultry.
However, if the real
Yeah.
killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer?
Because
Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
Who doesn't like a little danger there, Judge?
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? Ha! Looks like you're fresh out of parlor.
They're on to you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts.
on what? Onto what? Is Nick the bad person?
The real culprit
bad-
killed
oh,
Mr.
gosh.
Bullard around 1 a.m. And Mr. Light just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? Oh, that was Maya. Anyway, the killer clobbered Mr. Light and then sounds the buzzer.
Brutal.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Supposed to respond.
So
Hilarious.
So the culprit presses the button, and then security rushes in to find Kane Bullard dead and Mask to Mask, Ron Delight, in the room.
Yeah, it was a setup. It was green.
Time's up! Mikey.
Time's up. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
V.
Very well then.
Oh ho. You've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why is this bitch always wearing these glasses?
Why did the
They
real
didn't mean
killer
to.
sound the emergency buzzer?
They didn't mean to find out what it did.
Okay, I have to see what this says.
Okay. It's in all probability the killer didn't know what the button was for.
What do you mean?
The killer probably thought, I wonder what this does, and pressed it to find out. A
The real
curious
killer?
child.
The real killer was Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab.
Oh, that's exactly how I make a lot of my mistakes too.
No, Rod, don't say that.
Is there a functioning brain underneath all that ridiculous hair, Mr. Trite?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh.
Huh?
The panel around the button is labeled quite clearly in invisible
Nope.
ink. It says
Yeah.
emergency buzzer.
Where?
Don't!
What?
Let me guess.
No.
Maybe next you'll want to claim this mysterious killer was illiterate.
One more time, I've got to calm down and think quick.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
Oh, they didn't need to.
Okay. In all probability, the killer didn't mean to press it.
Oh my gosh.
What do
What
you
do
mean?
you mean? Every
It's
time, this bitch.
Possible that they simply pressed it by accident.
Jolly, do you want to voice the judge?
No!
Yes! Please, that'd be funny, Johnny.
I
Could
don't
have
want to steal
been.
people's lines. I unintentionally read
Mikey
it. I
has a
promise.
lot of lines, so it's okay. Like, he's learning 3 characters in the scene. You can steal a character if you want. Except for
Oh, for
Phoenix,
fuck's
because I am
I'm-
Phoenix.
I'm
You
4
are
characters
Phoenix.
in this scene.
Yeah,
Alright.
Maya.
Very well.
You could have been.
Aha! That must be why there weren't any fingerprints.
Ha! Is there a functioning brain under the accused testified that he was hit as soon as he entered the room. In other words, as far away from the buzzer as he could possibly be at the time.
It would seem that you've been taken for a ride, Mr. Wright. Wink, wink.
Gonna take you for a ride.
One more time. I've got to calm down and think quick. Oh my god, we've lost so much health.
Why did the real killer? You shit.
Just kidding, we haven't lost any health.
Okay,
the
to call the
security
security.
Shot.
The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
I'm so lonely. I think I'll just press this button and summon myself some friends. Beats.
Yay! Do you mean to say that the killer called the guard on purpose? Yeah, no shit, you fucking bitch.
Yes, although it turned out he never showed up. God, your bird is loud.
Shot. Oh, I forgot he was.
Yep.
Wait, shut the fuck up, Malka.
Typical Larry.
Blurry bitch.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. I thought he was getting punched in the face. That too.
What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No, I'm not.
Plot twist is.
When the buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, King Bullard, who was already dead,
He gay.
the defendant, Ron DeLay, who was out cold,
I'm out cold. Blah.
and the 3rd person, the real killer, who
I'm your
totally
real
doesn't
killer.
have an outline like Detective Opney.
Detective Otney, is he British now? I'm the real
Listen,
killer,
you can
and
do that.
I'm British for some reason. Tea and crumpets.
Oh my
she
gosh,
gets
William
love.
Acton.
No, Jolly, you're not allowed to mention William after.
Hypothetically, yes. Yes, Queen.
Now then. In this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Rhonda Light.
I would still be dead. I would still be out cold. and if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder.
I don't like being framed. I don't even like getting my picture taken.
Okay, you bitch drinking your fucking coffee. Those are stupid glasses.
Order! Order!
Order!
He needs those glasses. You see, they're keeping the laser beams in his eyes from melting everyone.
He's secretly Cyclops from X-Men.
It would seem.
Yeah, it does seem.
I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mask, so... Nick, you mean the real killer is...
Your mom.
We're going to drag that person here right now.
But who is it? I'm really slow. I have not been paying attention. Like, who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it.
No.
The killer knew Mr. Light's identity, and they also knew.
Still not thinking about it. La 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 la.
It's awful huge.
Like he had been called to KB security that night. So, the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Wow.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Kane Bullard?
I've already said who I think it is.
Was it
It was your mom.
Yeah.
Only
Was it-
face scolding statue.
Was
Oh my
it
God,
Pearl
Pearl
Fay?
Yes,
Was it
the child
Detective
always
Gumshoe?
is a dick.
Was it Prosecutor Godot?
Age
Was it-
question mark?
Was it Kane Bullard himself? Plot twist.
Oh,
Was it Larry Butts, that fuck?
It's very popular with the kids. That's all I can remember. About
Was it Desiree Delight setting up a surprise birthday party for her husband?
It was a child.
It was me, Detective Luke Atme, the greatest detective in the world, and also Master Mask.
Brutal.
yes. Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
Yes.
Fun fact, his Japanese name literally translates to I just want love.
Really?
Yeah,
I love it.
Ace Detective.
Luke Atme.
You mean Masty Mask did it?
Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Master Mask at all.
He's gonna fail his audition.
He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Order! Order!
Mr. Roy?
Explain yourself.
Yes. Queen.
Theft and murder, which is the more serious crime.
They're not even close. Murder is a more serious crime, of course. Oh, that
So
one.
they're giving him. What are you
I don't
doing?
know. A capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
Jolly's judge is getting more and more cockney every line.
This is literally what Jolly always does. Whenever Jolly voices
know,
a character,
I
like
know.
when we're playing like Zelda or something, I'll be like, Jolly, you can voice this character, and literally, the first time it'll be like half normal, but like as it keeps going with that character, Jolly always loves the Cockney accent, and always
I see,
does it.
so Jolly loves the cock.
Listen,
I mean,
I'm listening.
You mean the Gallus domesticus cock? Yes, we love them. They
And
are
also,
great.
and also the knee.
Also,
The knee.
I love how right here is judging the judge's memory. Please remember the trial from yesterday if you would. If you can.
I don't remember yesterday.
your
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. I don't remember who you are. Where am I?
I
Why
don't
am I wearing this
remember,
robe?
like,
Why do I have a hammer?
I don't remember to breathe.
When Luke at me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, the famous detective was unmasked as masked to mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny.
Can't doing
That
it
was
wrong.
his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
I love what you emphasize too when you're saying stuff. Like, you just emphasize the weirdest shit. It's just so funny. Mask the Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lord Lee Taylor.
Wow, what the fuck?
In other words,
Please be true. In other words, I love you.
being found guilty as Mask the Mask
Fly me to the moon.
was Luke Atmey's airtight, watertight, and no. I can get it.
Unassailable.
As I lab. No. What is it?
Jolly had it.
Unassailable.
What?
Jolly had it.
Unassailable.
No,
Unassailable?
okay, Jolly had it, then Jolly lost it.
What?
What is it?
Was Luke Atmey's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
Unassailable. Okay.
Totally. A guilty verdict? As an alibi? Right. I don't know.
That's Australian.
I'm running out of voices.
You know, it's almost time.
For what? My
For Luke
gosh.
Atmey's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all.
Not
If we're
really.
going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Probably drop a save here.
Mr. Luke's Atomy's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide an adequate proof of his true crime,
Podcast.
Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this?
No.
A bet's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I'm you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you, kiss me.
Kiss me, Daddy Right.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like that?
Yes.
Phoenix. Phoenix,
What was that?
I don't know.
don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
Yes. Do that.
That voice, it sounded like...
Mamma
Is there
mia,
hidden lore that I
here I
missed?
go again.
What?
Is there hidden lore I missed? Do the ghosts come back to talk to Phoenix?
Well,
Oh, have you...
the Fae clan are a family of spirit mediums. So
That
like,
is very interesting.
yeah, Mia here was Phoenix's boss until she was murdered, and then Mia's little sister Maya started channeling Mia, so she could still give Phoenix advice because he's still an amateur idiot. But also Maya's been neglecting her training because of reasons.
Noted. All right. I've caught up.
Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess!
Ha! So that's your answer, huh?
Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Let's go play in the swings. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atomy to the stand. Yay!
Yes, Your Honor.
October 14th, 11:58 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5.
Well, Sir Detective Atney.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, Sir Detective Atney. You were the one who...
Okay, Starburst, this is your judge.
That's enough.
Wow.
This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Atney. Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please!
I can hear you from here.
Well, well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hoser, eh?
I want this to be.
My name is
I'm
Phoenix Wright, attorney at law.
I just
And I
took a
wish to
screen-
file an accusation against this man, Luke Atney.
Accusation? You accused Master Mask?
This man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What?
He reminds me of
To be
Spampton or
continued.
whatever his name is from fucking Deltarune. To be continued. Sure,
Become
Save your
continued.
progress up to this point, yes.
bitch.
Alright.
Can't wait to talk
Part
about
4
Barney Cum.
Part 4-2 trial. I can't believe my cousin is a Barney semen addict. My sis?
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then she's still alive. Inside your heart. Aww.
Oh my god. Nicky boy!
Oh my god.
Oh, Miss Delight.
Yeah, this is Ron's hot wife, by the way.
Yeah,
So this guy and this lady are married.
I smashed them both.
Ow! Ow.
Yeah, yes. Ace Attorney is bisexual culture.
Is it true that Detective is the real killer? To
Totally.
be honest, we don't have a definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night?
Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atney want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. You find some solid proof. And fast, holy. Another trial while I don't have proof. Here we go.
Just fuck. Just
It's gonna
freeze the
happen sooner
proof.
or later.
Then it will be solid. Big brain. Big brain. October 14th. Bitches. Now then! This court is back in session. My accent changed. Mr. Luke Atney, please take the stand, you
Please
fucking
take the
bitch.
stand, Perry the Platypus.
Always give me those vibes.
Well, well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
What the fuck?
I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi.
The screen title did become relevant this session.
Shot.
An alibi by the name of Mask the Mask.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme, who is me, has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day, correct?
I see something more evil now.
I don't know. Oh wait, that's me? Being tried as Mask the Mask!
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
Oh, wasn't that in the green mail letter? Oh.
Oh, that's weird. Rondolite also apparently received a red diamond the other day. What a coincidence. I'm sure that's not important at all.
I'll see. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Mask the Mask.
Of course, Sir Lawyer.
Very well then. Look at me. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., King Bullard was murdered. No shit. Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Baldness.
Thanks. Bitch.
All right, Mr. Atney. The night of the murder. Speak. Ah! We're all ears.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. The Alibi. I was stealing the urn as Mask to Mask, just as I announced it I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. At the time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder.
It seems that the main point of discussion will be that this photo was a crime scene. Yes.
And we're going to save our game, because of reasons.
Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well, especially the cum in the background.
I was about to say.
Even the great Mask to Mask cannot be in two places at once.
Unless...
I can, though. I'm the greatest. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive.
Oh, what have I done? Why is this doing this? Let me see. I want to see the screen. There you go. Unfortunately,
Fine, I'll
Mr.
do your rhyme.
Atme,
Your rhyme.
you still have to do your cross-examination.
A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
Oh,
I'm still
wow.
in Francisco Von Karma's thunder right now. I think he's trying to say
Come
you're
on,
full of it, Nick.
come. He's so pretty. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi.
My alibi. Are we pressing everything, Sir Starburst?
Of course. So this photograph is the proof, correct?
Indeed it is. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head?
The man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask.
And apparently had a nice heart ejaculation on the back.
That is why I am called Mask to Mask, Ace Comer.
But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke Atme? He must be Luke Atme. He's wearing the mask-to-mask costume.
Yeah, totally.
That it could be an accomplice dressed up as mask-to-mask to create an alibi? That can't be right. Only one person can wear each costume.
Oh, what an interesting idea.
This is what the logic is in this game, though.
Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice?
Name the accomplice. Name.
Okay, but who?
Master Mask, of course.
Yeah,
Totally.
it was Mask himself.
Okay, but who is under Mask to Mask?
Your mom.
Ron.
Plot twist is Phoenix.
So you're saying that Ron Delight is an accomplice of Luke Atme?
Who knows anymore? Maybe I am actually the accomplice.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You're not on this list.
Actually, it's Larry. Of course.
Of course.
Right, that's why Larry didn't show up when the buzzer sounded.
Yeah,
He-
exactly.
He was busy murdering Kane Bullard and knocking Ron out. So you still want to name the accomplice? Even though you can't name anyone in this list as the accomplice?
I really want to see what happens if he names himself.
Alright, fair enough.
It was at KB Security during the time. The mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly. You had an accomplice.
Now remember you've said that, Mr. Trite, because there's no going back, unless you reload a save. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself.
That penalty's probably boiling hot too.
So who is it, Mr. Trite? Who was the accomplice?
It was me!
It was this person. Me.
That's quite the prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is in fact the accomplice?
Well. The aura that this person has around them is.
If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'd be right up there as the number one suspect, Mr. Right?
But I jumped the gun at that one. On that one.
I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job.
I do think that we do know who the accomplice is. I just need to. Could it be Adrian? That was another thought I had. I was like, could it be Adrian? I don't know.
I bet it's the child. I bet you.
What do you mean?
You bet it's the 9-year-old?
Yes! Fucking 9-year-old, man.
Oh yeah.
So
I feel
you
like-
think there is a 9-year-old in the costume in this photo?
Yes. We don't know what angle it was taken over. It's overhead, but we don't know at which point overhead it was. Like, it could have been
we
like...
do know. We do know. We were in the basement where the camera was. We saw where the camera is.
Can we try Adrian?
The child was on stilts.
I'm just curious if that's right. Can we try Adrian?
Let's press everything before we circle back to whether or not there was an accomplice.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see! You are truly evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this?
Hmm?
Detective Atney was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
You know that's true. It is kind of odd.
What are you mumbling about over there? A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness.
So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct?
Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. I, Luke Atney, great ace detective and master thief.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. You think about it, it's really odd.
He just
You
appeared in
say
the
that
void.
almost as if you had the picture taken on purpose.
On purpose.
He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that.
Indeed. It turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Anyone who has watched Columbo can tell you that. Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad blue melody.
It looks like I better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's got to be something phony in that photo. The cum.
The cum.
The cum. The box isn't full of the cum. Cum isn't full of the box.
Maybe it's the hat that's full of cum.
Cum in the hat.
Or maybe
Knows
it's
a lot
the
about
box.
that.
Moving on.
Oh, wait, is he not wearing gloves?
The time in which the camera captured mask to mask was the same time as the murder.
Wait. Is the picture not wearing gloves?
He is.
Or is that... Okay, I was about to say, because I looked at the hand that was holding the first hand in the box. It's like, is he not wearing gloves? Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
in black and white, they're hard to make out.
Yeah.
About the camera that took this photograph.
Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking.
Huh?
That look at me is way too sexy. You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
No.
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor. On top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
Camera data, huh?
I see.
I see, I see.
Looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious.
So this alibi is false?
Has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard if the KB scared him.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the mask to mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is.
Damn.
Time to look at the evidence.
Evidence.
Okay, we have
Okay.
proof that Nick is a lawyer. We have proof that Nick and Maya are BFFs forever.
No.
We have the proof that the urn contains the ashes of Will I Am.
Not important.
We have the Oscar that Ami Faye won.
Not important.
We have Fanto from Mario 2. We have camera data. We have a sword to smack Luke over the head with. We have the
Look at
photo.
my board. Covered in semen.
We have the green mailer. We have Ron's wallet. We have Ron's keycard. We have You'll Never See It Coming. We have a brooch of Fanto from Mario 2. We have Kane's autopsy report. We have newspaper. We can line Jolly's birdcage with this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's true.
We have the buzzer with the warning written in invisible ink on it. We have Kane's Persona 5 fanfiction. We have a record of the buzzer going off. We have Ron's testimony. We have Will Am I's images. We have the cum stain.
An Adrian
We have the
drop.
box. Also, we have Phoenix, who is not the accomplice, Mia, who is not the accomplice, Maya, who is not the accomplice, Pearl, who is not the accomplice,
She
Detective
totally is.
Gumshoe, who is not the accomplice, the fictional character Mask to Mask, Kane Bullard's Persona 5 OC. We have Luke Atme, who is his own accomplice. We have Ron Delight, who is probably not the accomplice. We have Desiree, who is not the accomplice. We have Adrian, who is not the accomplice. We have Larry, who's too incompetent to be an accomplice. We have Godot, who is a prosecutor. And we have Kane Bullard, who is too dead to be an accomplice.
Oh. Poor Odo.
It's the child.
I was stealing the urn as Mask to Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned it out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder.
Wait. The photo
That's not the
of-
same time though. Isn't that 0058? That's 1:58.
That's 2 minutes to 1 a.m. But apparently it takes a half hour to get from Lordly Taylor to KB Security. So if this is Luke Atme wearing the costume on the night of the murder, then this gives him an alibi for not being able to murder Kane Bullard.
Okay.
If it were someone other than Luke Atme in the costume, or if it were Luke Atme in the costume at a different date, then those would make it possible for him to be the killer.
Yeah.
Do you want to present the photo since the timestamps are different? Do you want to try that?
I suppose it's the only thing I can think of right now.
Oh, wait. I'm just gonna reload that. Nope.
No. Try to think of this shit, my little bitch.
There's definitely something on that statement I feel.
This one right here?
Yeah. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come on. It's all too clear what you're thinking, huh? You think I altered the time step on the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lord Taylor. On top of that, Lord Taylor's staff that printed the picture data. Unfortunately for fans, there's no way the picture could have been altered. Your birds are loud.
Oh, I started singing. Shush. Wishy washy. Go to bed.
I'm suddenly earn as Master Mass, just as I announced I would. I have more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job.
Then
Photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The camera captured Master Mass was stayed. Can you press that statement again?
This one?
Yeah. To my photograph. You mean the piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. It is the very thing that proves you committed the crime. Very thing that proves you committed the crime.
Surely even you understand by now.
Lord Taylor provided the camera. Good.
That means I could not have killed Kane Bullard unless I had an accomplice.
Come on, think long and hard about that night.
Long and hard, you say?
Basement warehouse in the picture that supposedly captured it. It gotta be. Isn't there something funny about this picture?
Yeah, a little.
You bet there is.
Are you implying that this picture is a fake?
Yes, totally.
You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. There's something in the photo that doesn't match my memory of that night.
Very well, then let's hear what you have to say.
Each.
What about this photograph do you find funny?
Well, this cum stain is pretty funny.
That's a lot of cum. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The funny part is right here.
Why, this is a cum stain. Ah,
What
cum. Ah, cum. Now this is getting interesting.
Not exactly. The stain is actually Barney pink. Oh my god.
Oh, just pink. And peach colored at that.
From cum to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents.
Yep.
The problem with this photograph is not the cum. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen.
Shocked.
Well, Mr. Wright? What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stain? Instead of the cum stain?
The Ami face statue, right?
Ami Faye's Oscar.
The supervisor of treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall.
A mountain training hall, you say?
I realized that a statue
Preposterous.
would be the perfect size for covering up the cum stage. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken that night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection!
Oh.
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. I'm a huge misogynist, by the way. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally.
Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy.
How dare you call me heavy? You're guilty.
It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance.
In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Where is he getting all these mugs? Where does he put them?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it.
No.
The real question is, why did they move it? To cover up the
Because they wanted to add more cum.
No, it couldn't have been to cover up the cum stains because it was already covering the cum stain. So who moved it off the cum stain? Why?
They wanted to add.
Maybe they wanted to see the cum.
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you're prepared with your answer. Now, who was the one who moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
It was me.
It was me.
It was Ami Faye herself. She got up and walked. Because she didn't like
She is a
sitting on a
girl.
cum stain. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
Luke?
I don't know. I don't know what they're. I don't know. It's actually me. I'm over it.
Well, who are we trying to finger here?
What?
Who are we trying to finger here?
Oh,
Hmm.
finger.
I can think of a few
Luke.
people.
The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke at me.
The bitch.
Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
It's very
Wow.
simple. They are not strange, Your Honor. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night.
That is indeed very simple. However, right? Why would I want to move a heavy golden statue?
The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins.
Oh, shocked.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
The reason can be found here in this photograph.
Yeah.
Luke at me. You pretend to be Mask the Mask. To create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single, fatal flaw.
A cum stain.
If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore.
That's a reference most of you kids aren't gonna get.
That is why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please, enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist?
Is it the cum stain? Is it the cum under the hat? Or the cum in the top of the hat here?
I mean, it's...
Or is it the cum on Master Mask's hand?
It is...
Wait, when they gathered the urn, wasn't there paint stains at the bottom
Yeah,
of
that's
it?
what I was thinking.
The box doesn't have the paint
But I don't know if that's
stains,
just because of the angle it's in. Because I don't know if it's on, like, the other side.
I guess.
I guess we're going with cum. Again.
Well, I mean, Phoenix said that it's weird that you know, this cum stain is exposed in the picture because he was like, oh, there was a statue there that night. And then he was like, Luke at me moved the statue, and then the question became, why would Luke at me move the statue? And now he's saying if the statue had been there, it would expose the lie in your photo. So, you know.
The lie in this photo is somewhere around here.
Wait, what?
Jumping to conclusions again? I think you need to take a gander in your local mirror.
As the Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie.
Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial.
Oh man, now they're calling me a liar.
What the fuck? That was right, though. The question is, why was the statue moved, right?
There was some reason the culprit didn't want the statue in the picture.
Oh, wait, I remember now.
At least that's why I thought.
I'll ask you again, Mr. Trite. Just where in this picture does this lie exist?
Naturally, the lie in this photo is a timestamp. Why?
What do you mean?
I remember having to look this up on my first playthrough.
Okay, but
Magic.
I'd like to know what the reason is.
Got my speaker's fabric.
Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp.
What do you mean?
Meet your mom.
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. I'm curious too, Phoenix, I don't understand.
Yeah,
On the night in the
this-
question,
This just doesn't actually make sense with the information the game gives you.
Luke at me went to KB security and murdered Kane Bullard.
Brutal.
Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been possible for him to have been at Lord Lee Taylor at the time.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this is proved.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're trying to prove.
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Yeah, because even the camera data available in your evidence does say that the warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, and you do get a photo in your evidence of the basement warehouse at around 1 a.m. But the thing the game expects you to figure out, but doesn't actually give you a way how to, is that this particular photo was taken the night before.
Shocked.
But how are we supposed to figure that out?
Like I said, it doesn't give you away. I had
Or
to
if
look.
you will.
I had to look it up when I first played the game myself.
That is so mean.
Remember if you will, Your Honor. Or if you can. When was the statue placed besides the warehouse door?
Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Luke at me had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. Yet. So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous.
Yeah, I'm quite nervous.
As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak.
I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, as the expression actually goes. You fucking idiot.
Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down in place where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke at me had to move the statue at night of the murder. This is a stupid fucking reason. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a valid reason. He preemptively took a picture for his alibi, and then something was moved into where the frame of his picture was. So he had to move it out. But again, the game doesn't really give you a way to figure out that the picture wasn't actually taken the night of the crime.
It's mean.
He did to make the room match with the way it happened in his photo.
Gwa!
Order! Order! Mr.
No.
Rat, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this evidence that deliberately misleads the player?
What's that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
It's true that camera had been set up by the Lord Lee Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data.
Sure.
Order! Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this?
Coffee.
Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I promise to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good to the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. A good point? So what? You're all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
You and Luke Acme should kiss. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time.
Look at this
You say the
phone.
name. And that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. This dick.
Which is
Large.
This-
large.
That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chain zone, maybe, can never reach their dreams. That's very true.
no way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor. You stupid fuck.
Hey, Mr. Damask,
Yes?
if there's no funny business in your actions as Masked Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the scared urn.
The Scared Urn Heist by Luke Acme. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and Zavari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. This will in no way backfire on me. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. Yeah. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information you gave.
Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time?
Zavari.
I hate this bitch so much for no reason.
Yeah. Zavari is honestly kind of weird. It's almost like half of an untranslated word. Because I think in Japanese he was saying like Zubari, which means like correct. I don't know why I don't know why they went this route instead of having him say like either like correct or voila.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because like voila would fit in perfectly.
Very
It's a
well,
lie.
Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Pressing time.
Press me with your best shot, Mr. Lawyer.
You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right?
Indeed, it seemed that they had heard of my Zavakling reputation.
I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos.
Wow.
You better watch out too, Maya.
What's that supposed to mean, Nick? The urn was placed in a box, and voila, it was then sent to the warehouse.
The box
You
that has
mean
paint in it?
this box?
With cum stains on it. Yes, that
Precisely.
pathetic cum-stained box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone into the storeroom, not even me.
Interesting new tidbit.
Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime.
So you're sure that you had never seen that urn before?
Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, I, Luke Acme, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers.
Then how
I
did
knew it was
he...
an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days before.
Bruh, like, how did he...
You
not see
mean
the
this
urn
calling
had the
card?
box? Okay, maybe the box is weird too.
That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all.
Of course. Because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him.
Well said, Simboy. It was child's play for me. I am the greatest. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smooth.
But no one entered the basement warehouse.
Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
This is the foe that proves stuff, huh?
Loser.
Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey, Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
Sure. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night.
Yep, that's what I said.
If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. You take a good hard look at the court record.
Not a lot to go on in there, is there?
The detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination.
Luke Atme sucks.
They took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
Alright then, how'd we do that?
There's one thing that Atme stated very clearly. That he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
Let's put this text in red so the player will obviously get it. We need to prove that he's lying. I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and voila! It was then sent to the warehouse. I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime.
Let's look at the court record.
To the security at Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Kurine exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours
There we go.
truly, Mask to Mask.
There we go.
Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight.
There we go. Mr. Atme, if you really are Mask the Mask,
Which I am.
then you also wrote this calling card, correct?
Of course I did. But of course.
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask the Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here clearly refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Truth be told, there's no way that Mask the Mask could have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Well, cum stains.
Paint
Yes.
stains? Let's forget about that second thing you said.
These stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke be very funny, Mr. Trite.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse.
Still not funny.
It was broken due to human error, should I say an error-prone human. Oh, burn!
Okay. Got
Also
it.
a Riza Hawkeye cosplayer, apparently.
And that's when the pink stuff got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective
Good
Atney
day.
had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'm the greatest. That's all.
Your mom. All right, that did it. He's broken.
Oh no, I'm
Like
broken.
me.
Somebody please put me back together.
Humpty
I
Dumpty.
think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh? Oh no, his coffee.
It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was masked to mask. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? Updating our viewpoints based on new information. What are we, liberals? That's a good point.
No, it's fucking not, Your Honor.
No, it's fucking not, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Atney was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
Excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive, manifest?
Jesus, you
Nick,
Ariana
he's getting
Grande
a
now.
second win.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. This green mail letter here that mentions the red diamond.
Oh yeah, totally not on board.
Isn't that right, detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Pay no attention to this red diamond on my finger.
Yeah, I totally did notice that earlier.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were.
I'd be honored to, Sir Old Fuck.
They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious.
I'm not suspicious.
I'm just a corny-
Despite our lack of
boy.
hard information, this may be our only chance.
I'm just a little baby. Motive for Murder by Luke Atney. An essay about why Ron Delight sucks. I, Luke Atney, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate mask to mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the green mail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal and the fucking of his wife. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is mask to mask and truly did fuck Mr. Bullard's wife. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, green-mailed the defendant. This is the green mail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What?
Green mail letter updated in the court record.
Found in Ron Delight's room, written by Bullard.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
I, Luke Atney, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever.
And who in the world is going to prove that?
Your mom.
After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atney and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was.
Mistook?
That's right, mistook, from the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take in error.
That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course.
Boy, I like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Press harder.
Little do you know, Sir Lawyer, I'm wearing a slightly smaller, second smug look on underneath it.
The audio. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask?
Don't you already know that? Voila! Take a look at this newspaper.
Oh, that's the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not?
No, it just shows some banana-haired fuck.
Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant, but he's cute as a button. Don't you just want to smooch? Don't you just want to smooch that face?
I'd smash.
I'd crush with my fist.
The victim
Looks like
clearly
bullshit.
misread this article and voila! He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard who nobody wants to smash was in fact Master Mask.
I see.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the green mail letter and sent it to Ron Delight.
You mean this green mail letter right here?
It says bring $50,000, or in other words, 500,000 yen.
And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's.
There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anyway.
Addressee.
This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there's no addressee is irrelevant. Make no further attempt to investigate it.
I wonder.
What's up, Nick? The ceiling, Maya.
I just had thoughts. I know,
Her?
crazy. What if what about the green mail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Whoa, do you have any evidence of that?
Yes. Recently, I just can't shake the feeling that for some reason there's a red gem on his finger. But there's something not quite right about this green mail letter.
Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal and the fucking of his wife.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, Ron Delight fucked Mrs. Bullard. Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Voila! KB Security has a lot of info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Kane Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief.
Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through green mail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money? Even though he wasn't actually Master Mask.
On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask.
Do you really think that story is going to hold up?
That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid.
What do you mean?
I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight.
Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Ha! Well, Mr. Trite.
Ugh. Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now?
I thought he was actually pretty convincing. That was why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill King Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
No, that's your imagination talking.
Come now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of a carefully applied reasoning.
Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves?
It's a long story and better saved for another time.
Very well, another time.
So-called long stories aren't usually all that long.
I'm going to cook and eat your birds, Jolly.
Malka, stop being gay.
At last, not in my... At last. At least not
At
my
last,
experience.
not in my experience. So you're going to try to connect Detective Atney to Mr. Bullard, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either. That's fun. That's kind of funny, right?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, Nick. In that case, you'll have to talk about the green mail.
It's true. Was that green mail letter really intended for Ron? No! It was intended for Detective Acme. Because of the gem.
Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony.
Maybe we'll shake some contradictions loose that way. What contradiction? I'm looking for.
Okay, so we might be ahead of we might be ahead of the game with the red diamond, with noticing the red diamond thing.
Okay. I noticed it way early on, so.
Yeah. Does the green mail letter contradict this statement?
No.
Does it contradict this statement?
No.
Oh,
Does it contradict this statement?
I mean, no. I mean, it was him that wrote it, but
I have to
Did
head
he send
now.
it to Ron though? Oh,
I don't know.
Are you going to bed, Jolly?
Yes.
good night,
Well,
Jolly.
See you guys soon.
Good night.
Love you,
Jolly.
Jolly.
Yeah,
I'll see you
Talk to
tomorrow.
later.
See ya.
Bye. I don't. Does it specify anywhere that it was sent?
It was found
Was
in Ron's
found.
room, but the
was it
text, but the text doesn't apply to Ron.
Well, I guess it is contradictory, but it's not.
All right, let's try it.
I'm just not sure what statement to press to push it on.
This one seems as good as any.
Okay. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme?
Yes, I do mind. Fuck off. Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's all right.
Well, you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight. I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction.
Your ugly face. Contradiction? Ugly?
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
You're one to talk.
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Whip it out, come on. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
I'm
What?
not sure what they're asking here.
Do we just present the letter again?
I think we present the newspaper, actually.
Take a look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tear of Amen, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
Problem is that this jewel's color. Oh, okay.
Color. I'm not much for discussing color myself. I happen to be colorblind, I'll have you know, you insensitive fuck.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned, the red one, which is totally not on at me at all. I'll take the red diamond you received the other day, which at me totally does not have on his finger right now. Are you looking, kids?
Oh, Aka.
Which means the red diamond described in the green mail letter is not the tear of Amenon the Master stole at all.
And your point is, Mr. Trite?
I love how he keeps calling Mr. Trite.
Because he doesn't like him.
So you're trying to say that this green mail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
Yes, Sprite. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing.
Pearl
It was
Fay!
me! Be really funny though. No. Yeah, we knew.
We been knew.
Naturally. It was you, Detective Atme.
Do you have some sort of basis for that claim, Sir Lawyer?
You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case. Also the red fucking gem on your finger, sir.
No, I haven't. I've been out to lunch.
And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen.
No, I didn't. That was just between the couch cushions. They just didn't look hard enough.
And received the jewel, which is on your finger.
No, I didn't. I'm allergic to jewels.
And your reward. As your reward.
A jewel.
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger.
No, it's not. This is just a ring pop.
Okay, I love that. That red diamond ring! That's the diamond referred to in the letter! Which means that Kane Bullard wrote the letter in order to blackmail you!
Ah!
Order! Order in the court! Order, I say! It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Oh, I don't like the way he said that. Am I gonna get coffee spilled on me again?
Kane Bullard greenmailing Luke at me? Are you for real?
For real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him. Punch him in the face.
Then answer me this. The green mail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. We should save our game now. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atney's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atney killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret being known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
No, Batman!
Batman!
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atme wanted so desperately to keep a secret was an ace detective, a blackmailer, Master Mask. This is an interesting list. Not what I expected.
You know how in multiple choice questions there's usually one answer that's obviously wrong, but
Yeah.
sometimes all but the right answer looks obviously wrong.
Yeah.
This is one of those times. Because he puts this one on his business cards, and like the entire case we've been making against Atme is that he wants us to think he's this one.
Oh, I
So,
assume it's
you
a
know.
blackmailer. Yeah, that's what I was assuming it was, but that's just like weird. Look at me was a blackmailer.
What? But I'm not black, I'm white.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke at me. Are you saying that Atme
No, he was
blackmailing
greenmailing
someone else
him.
on top of that?
No, he was greenmailing him.
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Again, Bullard was greenmailing him. Kane Bullard was greenmailing Luke at me, not blackmailing. But Ron DeLay was also being greenmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving greenmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Amana heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans, better than I ever came up with.
Detailed plans. In which case, that would mean that Ron DeLite was actually Master Mask.
That's what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Light steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme.
Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What is?
Your pants, I can see right through them. Nice heart-patterned
Oh.
boxers, Sir Lawyer. When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. A pleasure to have in class.
This is true.
Careless, with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you know?
You say that I, Luke Atme, was greenmailing Ron DeLite, despite the fact that I am not a black male. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron DeLite started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means, I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have greenmailed him otherwise.
Oh, here comes the coffee.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During their first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Ron DeLite was Master Mask?
I think it's the newspaper clipping again.
Yeah, I was...
Because Ron stashed his costume in that bin, and then he said, "Oh, when I went back for it, it wasn't there anymore. I had to make a new costume. Gee, I wonder where that first costume went. Was there perchance a detective on the scene?"
I think I see it.
Your underpants. You're not wearing any, Mr. Atme. See what? My dick?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
This newspaper clipping. There's a picture of you and Ron DeLite in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air.
Yes, you see, I'm looking like class, and he's looking like trash, and I know that he cannot approach me.
He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct, with tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Mask was really Ron DeLay.
What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy green mailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace.
Why, you? How dare you expose my penis like that? Why, I mean, I've never green-mailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Master Mask, and also my dick is huge. Why can't you understand this?
Afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a green-mailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why, you... How dare you even dare? Why, can I ever false yourself slowly down? Why not yourself with that big mouth of yours? You're all fools, fools, I say. None of you can command my genius. You're really just jealous. So go on, just rate me, commemorate me. It's enough to make one laugh.
That's a lot.
It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atney. Sight reading is really hard, Nick.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atney.
Why Gojo? Gojo? Godot. There we go.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
Oh,
What
no.
do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. No, that is literally not your job. I am the judge, you are the prosecutor. Sit the fuck down.
Don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atney was a filthy green mailer, and Luke Atney's dick is small, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right, that's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB Security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No way!
Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright?
This is it. This is the final round.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
I've got to prove that Atney was at Mr. Bullet's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
Probably.
That's long enough, Mr. Trent. I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atney was at KB Security in the fence. I don't think... Do we have evidence for this?
Okay, does the attorney's badge prove he was there?
No.
Does the Magatama prove he was there?
No.
Does Will.i.am prove he was there? Does the Oscar prove he was there? Does Fanto prove he was there? The camera data?
No.
The Shichishito?
No.
The photo?
No.
The green mailer?
No.
The wallet?
No.
The keycard?
No.
You'll never see it
No.
coming. Fanto?
No.
The autopsy report?
No.
The newspaper?
No.
The buzzer?
No.
The fanfiction?
No.
The buzzer record?
No.
Ron's testimony?
No.
Amy?
No.
The cum stain?
No. Okay, so no, we
box
don't.
with cum on it. Okay. So
No.
we can't prove it.
I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
Oh, But if we hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony,
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, trite.
what do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atney is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Mask to Mask.
No.
Well then, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I'm totally gay. I'm the ace detective as well as Mask to Mask as well as a giant homo. My verdict will verify all of that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order! Order in the court! That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
What? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double Jeopardy? I love that show. Alex Trebek is my favorite.
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atney will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Mask to Mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atney's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
Wow! Oh, the press emo. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmey, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Every single one. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid that I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
Yes. 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 Your Honor, I object.
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atney.
Your Honor? Oh,
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets.
that voice. No way.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia!
Been a long time since I've heard you say that, too.
This is the true power of the Quran channeling technique. I know that's really Maya who's standing before me,
Hi, Nick.
but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Hello, Phoenix. Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but...
Fortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I'm super gay. I'm the ace detective, Mask to Mask, and gay. My verdict will verify all of that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witnesses made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter? Mr. Godot? Oh, nothing.
Oh, sir lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at me.
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godot, what are you...
Very well, Mr. Luke Atney. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief.
The last testimony. There will be no more after this. The justice system will be finished. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded, which means the killer sounded. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the green mail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewelry. Voila! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. He's just a poor boy. Nobody loves him.
That boy actually seems to hold up pretty well.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity.
He's just a poor boy. A poor boy.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer.
Brr.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atney's trial any longer because I said so. This is your last chance.
Hang on one sec. Just one chance?
It seems the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix?
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
That's true. Hope you've been paying attention to the case. So it would seem.
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it?
Pressing.
At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17. The last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contrary remark and press it.
Remember, You only get one chance, so save your
Only
game.
one press.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination after saving your game.
So we
Yeah,
only get to
you-
press once, is that what that means?
Yep.
Okay.
Pick one statement you think is sus, and press it. Indeed, it is true
Okay.
that I was not at Lordly Taylor. Is this sus enough for you?
No.
I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. Is this sus enough for you?
That is quite sus. But I don't know if it is the sus statement.
I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. That's not sus at all. Because I did have this letter telling me of the date. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. Is this sus enough for you?
Eh.
And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. How about this? Is this sus enough?
That's true.
I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once.
That's true.
The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints.
Yeah.
And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel.
I mean, that's definitely not true, but it's not like sus, if you know what I mean.
Voila! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
Yeah, the second statement is the most sus, I think. Because it's not specific enough, you know what I mean?
So, you want to risk it all on this statement?
Yeah, I mean, we can reload it if I'm wrong.
Or can we? We can.
Okay. Mr. Atme, about this last remark.
Objection! You still don't get it, do you, trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
What?
I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Mr. Wright, I will hold you to your end of the bargain.
Instant game over.
That's
Really?
enough.
That wasn't the right one.
This court sees no
Okay.
reason to further prolong this trial.
And blah blah.
Blah.
You lose.
Probably faster to just close the game and open it again.
Blah blah, you lose. Blah. Okay. Whatever statement it is then.
Press the R button. Would you like a hint?
No.
Okay.
Not this one. We know it's not that one now. True culprit. On the light.
It is almost 1 a.m., so maybe I should give you a hint.
Hey, what's your head?
Okay, so what you're trying to prove is that he was in Kane Bullard's office at the time of the murder. There's no evidence that indicates that. So, what does he know that he should only know if he was in the office at the murder?
It was pressed once. He knows that. But he wasn't there when we presented the stuff earlier, was he?
Well, they actually do address this between the testimony and the cross-examination. He says he knows about the buzzer because there was a police record of it, and he saw the police records. So is there anything else that he shouldn't know unless he was there?
Wearing his wearing his mask to mask outfit. That wasn't mentioned in the trial. Besides, like when Atme was here, right? Because Atme
It was
wasn't in the Atme was in the other room, right? When Ron
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Yeah, this came up today before we brought in Luke, and everyone was surprised by it. Even Godot, even the judge, even Phoenix, even Maya.
Okay, so this is a statement. Mr. Atme, about this last remark.
Objection!
What?
You still don't get it, do you, Trite?
Is that
Okay.
wrong?
Hope you didn't try to save scum your way through this, by the way, because these are the first few lines of even the correct response.
Okay.
This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme?
The
phone
button
did not have any
any
fingerprints on it.
Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct?
This-
Indeed, that is what I said, and quite an impression of me. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
Or, like, your deductions prove that you're a fool. Isn't that funny?
Damn, got him! I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron DeLay was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only person who should know this are those who have been watching this trial.
Grr, nerg.
Do you understand now, Detective Atme?
I understand everything. I'm the great detective Luke Atme.
There is no way that you should have known about that.
But I know everything. I'm Luke Atme.
You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask to Mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Oh, that's easy. I read the script. What script? Oh, you see, we're in a video game. No, we're not. This is real life.
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Light was wearing his Mask to Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out, by being at the scene of the crime.
Only one way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony, if you remember.
When I entered the office, there was a sus shadow there.
For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection! But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with the statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Light saw the real killer. Correct. Now, if you turn the statement around,
If you give that statement a turnabout, or a gyakuten if you're Japanese.
it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron DeLight.
Impossible. Everyone knows
It's
killers
impossible?
are blind.
Hello, here I am.
Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight.
I'm still dead, by the way. Blah.
That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing.
Earthquake.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
Oh, yeah.
What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was greenmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn greenmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his greenmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
Do 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 do.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me.
Oh, I didn't realize you were still here.
Why wouldn't he be?
About the verdict.
I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that, but I'm Master Mask.
Oh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy, Alex Trebek?
Now that you mention it, I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rules of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then, Master Mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
Or for now.
Now then, this court finds the defendant
Very
super
guilty.
Yay! Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. I'm going to steal more shit. You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Korine channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around. Then Maya falls to the floor.
Mia.
Mr. Wright, I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Are you saving?
For reasons. So thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, no. No. Come on, just be happy already! Jeez, fuck!
Maya.
You been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I didn't know for what reason. For her, for my wife. I love my wife.
You mean you're right, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
But think of it. She was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
That's why you became Master Mask.
Yes, but it's all over now. Broken Bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I kinda wish you would check with me first. Mr. Light, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Darren?
You just glue it back together with Barney's jizz. The scared urn? Bessie was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are.
Mr. Light.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you quit KB Security. I never imagined you were really Master Mask either.
Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast.
She's gonna lasso him.
Oh. So fast there's no way he could ever get away.
Oh my god, she's a yandere.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declares his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
So she's really obviously just moving the goalposts here because she loves her husband.
Yeah.
Chivalrous?
I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Bessie.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations! Yes!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife, in front of Mystic Maya. No, you are wrong. I'll never forgive you. Never, ever.
She beat the shit out of him. And then he died.
And then he faints. So just as the case came to a close, so did my consciousness.
And also my life. I went to heaven to be with Mia.
Ron said, "A broken bowl can never be put back together."
Because Ron is a fucking idiot. He's never heard of superglue.
I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together, even better than before.
I love you, you love me, we're a happy family.
Nothing? Okay. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout.
Oh?
So this preview's got your attention, I see.
Is Godot gonna be in this case as well? Probably.
I mean, he is the prosecutor of this game.
Damn it.
I'm surprised it only took one case for you to stop simping for him.
Yo, I thought he was hot for the first time he was introduced, and I was just like, I'm done.
As soon as he opened his fucking mouth.
He's annoying. Oh no, he's annoying. He doesn't have charm like Miles does, or like Francisca, or like, you know. He had no class.
Winston Payne.
No, I don't like Pain either.
So what you're saying is if he were bound and gagged, he'd be the perfect man.
Exactly.
Alright. So that's gonna be it for tonight, Twitch chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us back on Starburst channel on Friday for more Yakuza Lad, and then come back here next week for beginning of Recipe for Turnabout. Bye, Twitch chat. Loves y'all.
Bye, Twitch crowd. Loves ya.